Saturn was supposed to stand for GM's resurgence as a great automaker to compete with the Japanese who had taken over. What it stood for instead was same American trash under revised name. Nice. Saturns are so bad that my car is apparently trying to escape being identified as one. I'm sitting in traffic, bumper to bumper, stand still, and I have to have the AC on. If I turn it off, the cooling fan under the hood will go off and the engine will overheat. But, as you can probably hear, I have to have the windows down as well, because the actual AC system, being comprised of components in a Saturd, doesn't work. I have a special custom vent adjuster, because the factory one fell out. That one hasn't fallen out, yet. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Shut up! I get it. Shakes a ton, unbelievable rattling noises. They couldn't even get the cup holder right. Problem one is the placement. Where it is, you can't get to any of the stuff behind your cup, and you also have to be careful how you shift, because there's no room. You will bang your knuckles on your cup if you're not careful. And of course, being a Saturn, it's not very well mounted either. Pop the thing out like that. But it's okay. They put a light in it. It would have been nicer if they had put a light in the trunk where you need it, or under the hood where you spend all of your time. If you try to close the door with the frame with the window down, the seal pulls off like that. That's what happened just a second ago. While we're on the subject of the door, the manual mirror adjuster has broken. I've never seen one of those break before. And also, when you roll the window down, you've got to turn this crank a million times. Sad attempt to unload recycled Nissans, maybe? No, sorry, that's not fair to the Nissans. These clips, which hold the wire to the reverse lights and the cable for the trunk release, which doesn't work, broke, and it was falling all around here and getting stuck under the trunk, so I had to zip tie it. Well, the fuel door latch just broke. Saturns aren't just bad, they're inconsistently bad. Here's the driver's side visor, and if you try to close it with one finger, it pops out of its hook. By contrast, the passenger side visor is so tightly hooked in that it's pretty much impossible to pull it out. It's not... Whoa! Well, that just broke. Good job, Saturn. The cigarette lighter doesn't work, and neither does that speaker. The purpose of this thing here is to hold the seatbelt out for you so it doesn't chafe your neck while you're driving and so you can actually reach it. But, of course, it's broken. I was just drumming on my steering wheel, and that little trim cover fell out of it. And something else that happens when you drum on it. The stalk does jumping jacks. The windshield washer's broken. Just makes noise. I talked in my last video about how the blower motor was messed up. Well, I just fixed it. Got a brand new one. Let's put it on full blast. That's full blast. It blows, just not in the way it should. Time for my nightly ritual. Adding oil. Because this car burns a quart every 200 miles. Don't buy a Saturn. Just don't. Sorry about those unexpected recall notices. You may remember from my last video that the trunk release doesn't work. I never ever touch it, and yet, somehow, the knob fell off. That is where the catch for the trunk latch used to be before it got ripped out of the metal right here when I closed the trunk. That's it right there. Saturn quality. See how the head, the top part of the engine, is a lot cleaner than the block, the bottom part of the engine? The reason is because it just got replaced for the second time in 6 months. Twice in 6 months it needed the top half of the engine replaced. Hope it's big enough.